Coming up on Jag News Now.
South varsity volleyball team is on a winning streak. We introduce you to two players who may be the team's secret weapon.
JROTC has a big turnout this year and they may not have enough supplies to match.
And remembering Alexis Urbina, the way his classmates are celebrating his life.
Coming to you from the Broadcast Center at South Mountain High School, it's Jag News Now.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Jaguar News. I'm Danielle Kiwis.
And I'm Saul Hernandez. This week we have an update on the story of Alexis Urbina. It's our top story. Police are still investigating the homicide of late South Mountain senior Alexis Urbina. Jaguar News talks to students around campus about the memories that the senior left them. Last week, the hearts of many South Mountain students were broken with the passing of beloved senior Alexis Urbina. We searched the internet and found one of the last times Alexis was on camera, talking about his favorite thing, boxing.
Well, my name is Alexis Urbina from Phoenix, Arizona, and I go to Knockout Boxing Gym. And
Friday night, family and friends paid their respects at a candlelight vigil for Alexis held at the Urbina residence.
He was very friendly, and he was a good friend to me, and he just, right when I met him, I felt like we clicked. So he was just a brother to me from there on.
Students closest to Alexis washed cars last Saturday at the McDonald's on 24th Street and Baseline. The car wash raised money for the funeral for Alexis by students who still remember certain things about him.
His funny jokes, the way that he used to cheer us up when we were sad.
Other students helped the Urbina family by making donation boxes that have collected over $1,000.
We just miss him being here with us, just chilling with us right here.
The viewing for Alexis Urbina will be held tonight at 5 p.m. at La Paz Funeral Home. The memorial service will be held tomorrow morning at Knockout Boxing Club at 9 a.m.
Big anniversary took place this week. South Mountain students and staff came together to honor the people who fought and died on 9/11. Hundreds of people gathered in the auditorium. They listened as drama students performed stories of the people who were caught up in the attack. The guest speaker was Army Captain Tomstick. He talked about the sacrifices of the military men and women. Some of them were students and teachers at South Mountain.
You may not know this, but South Mountain serves as many as 400 to 500 homeless students a year. Jaguar News reporter Amanda Salome introduced us to a student who is homeless and may be homeless again.
Junior Austin Gilden Ollinger may look like a normal 16-year-old, but from what we've learned, his experience is far from normal. It all started when he and his parents were late on rent and their landlord evicted them, and things just got worse.
We wound up living with our roommates that were downstairs and everything. She kicked us out on the street, and we lived everywhere. What money we had, we saved for the days we wanted to sleep in a hotel and food that we could get.
Right now, he and his family live in an apartment by McClintock High School, but they may lose their apartment because they're running out of money. Ms. Jones is South Mountain's community liaison for homeless students. She suggests ways to help students in need.
Just donate food, clothes, whatever you can, the things that you need, toiletries. They need blankets, sheets, just things that you use daily. That's what they use.
It's not easy being a student in need, but if you have anything that you would like to donate, just see Ms. Jones at her office. I'm Jaguar News reporter Amanda Salmi.
The results for this year's student body elections are in and we have new officers. Joel Leon won the presidential race with a nice margin between him and his competitors.
I feel really good about it. I worked really hard. I gave all my effort that I could, and at the end of the day, I felt like, I didn't want to give up, so this is like a fruit of not giving up.
South Mountain students also elected Anna Rodriguez as student body vice president, Keandra Scott as secretary, and Jose Romo as their treasurer.
The JROTC has a supply shortage. The organization does not have enough uniforms to fit all its cadets. Jaguar News reporter Leilani Robinson tells us how they're going to fix it.
This is a room where most people aren't allowed to go into. But Cadet Kevin Montoya, he is in charge of handing out uniforms. But he is worried JRTC doesn't have enough.
Well, I'm actually kind of concerned because as a leader, I'm supposed to take care of my subordinates. My subordinates are the ones who are lower class, such as the privates or lit ones. And right now, since I'm supposed to take care of my subordinates, I need to make sure that they have their uniforms before I do.
3 years ago, the Army stopped commissioning green uniforms and has been slowly transitioning to the blue and gray ones. The problem is JRTC doesn't have enough green uniforms to fit all its cadets, and the blue and gray ones have been ordered but won't come into the spring of next year.
My goal is to adapt any way we can. If there's more than 175 that want to take our program, we're going to figure out some way to help them.
South Sudan's JRTC program plans to ask other schools from the Phoenix Union High School District for extra uniforms. The group believes they can get enough uniforms to fit all its cadets. I'm Leilani Robinson reporting for Jaguar News.
Trust and responsibility can take you one step closer to achieving a lot in life. Our very own Law Magnet students have been sworn into court to show that each step they take is their path to success.
Being sworn in, you basically have the judge, so Judge Vandergill comes in and she has you swear your confidentiality to not discuss cases or talk about anybody that is involved in the case. So basically it's basically considering your loyalty to teen court.
Well, we sworn in because we're going to be doing cases in here and we need to keep everything confidential. So swearing in is basically like keeping your loyalty to the courtroom.
It makes me feel very responsible because now I know the judge and everybody that's in the courtroom can respect me and know that they can trust me being in here.
Being sworn into court is something that our Law Magnet does every year.
South Mountain brings us new experiences while it also brings us new teachers and staff. This year, our administration has new changes and classes have new faces. Jaguar News reporter Nancy Santos introduces us to our new Spanish teacher.
My name is Angela Palacios. I'm the new Spanish teacher here at South. I teach SSS 1-2 and regular Spanish 1-2.
Angela Palacios may be new to South, but not to Spanish. She has been teaching Spanish for many years now. We asked why she enjoys teaching a foreign language to South Mountain students.
I hope that I instill for them the love of a new language, the love to want to travel to different countries, and to make those connections that are going to enhance their lifelong learning.
Ms. Palacios was born in Texas and raised in a Spanish-speaking home. Palacios' love for the Spanish language is greatly influenced by her parents, who were born in Chihuahua, Mexico.
I love to incorporate music and just keep the class interesting so that the students are interested.
She says South Mountain High has been very welcoming and feels right at home. I'm Nancy Santos reporting for Jaguar News.
The varsity volleyball team won their match against Carl Hayden this week.
On the other hand, the varsity football team lost their game against Saguaro.
Jaguar News sports anchor Eric Aldova brings you our highlights on sports.
While they hosted their first home game of the season, the varsity football team came out ready with their high intensity. But their opponents, Saguaro High School, came prepared as well. The Jaguars did not have any luck with the first half, but were fired up to start the third quarter.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Although it was not enough, as Saguaro took the victory from the Jaguars. For last night's game against Buckeye High School, the Jaguars were able to get on the board, but it would not be enough, as Buckeye High School took the victory. Running back Xavier Ziegler shared his thoughts on the game.
I feel like I did good with bouncing back, but I think to improve, we can all improve as a team. If everybody comes off the ball and we all come as a team and we all just fight to the end, that's what we need. We need to be able to overcome adversity, because if not, we just gonna keep losing. So we just need to work on being strong and coming out in the first quarter and getting stuff out. And consistency. We need to work on consistency.
As for our varsity volleyball team, they took another win Tuesday night against Carl Hayden. In the first set, our girls won 25-13. In the second set, they dominated Carl Hayden with a score of 25-5 and were able to win the match, finishing off the final set 25-11. Unfortunately, our JV team didn't come out successful against Carl Hayden as they lost 0-2. As for our freshman volleyball team, they took a successful win against Carl Hayden, winning both sets. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to compete with your own sister? Well, South Mountain's Natasha and Leosha Barker knows just how it feels. Jag News reporter Tierney Hightower has two of volleyball's power players.
We take the game like really serious, and it comes times where we argue on the court because it gets so competitive.
Leosha and Natasha Barker are not only sisters, but teammates as well.
I like playing volleyball because it's competitive and it's a lot of fun.
They are strong, they understand volleyball, they understand the dynamics of team play, and they are very strategic.
With each other's support, they learn how to balance life on the court and life off the court.
It's hard because like I see her every day at home and stuff, and like I feel like I need a break sometimes, but it's fun though because it's like something we can bond with.
Even though they play the same sport, they don't want to follow in each other's footsteps. Leosha Barker, who is a senior, would like to attend a college in North Carolina. And Natasha Barker, who is a junior, would like to attend Howard University. Right now, their focus is on getting better at the sport and getting good grades. So as far as their sport goes, the varsity team is doing big things and has a winning record. For Jag News, I'm Tierney Hightower.
And that's it for sports this week.
That does it for this week's edition of Jaguar News.
Next week, we'll bring you a story on how students juggle jobs and school.
We'll leave you with coverage of our own guitar group performing at last week's First Friday. See you next week.